Dear viewers of Orchard of Marriage, I want to welcome you again and I want to say thank you so much for following up on us and checking on us wherever you follow us from and whatever platform. I want to thank you so much that you have liked our messages, you have viewed them, you have subscribed, and we are grateful. Now remember, our main platform is at YouTube, Orchard of Marriage. You'll find us there, and that's why you'll find the full message. We have other messages on TikTok and other places, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, but normally the mother platform is the YouTube. That's why we are able to post a full message about this. So this time message is so interesting. It's so interesting. It says that marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant. I want to thank God so much for all of you, dear friends. Marriage is a covenant. You see, marriage can have different forms. Marriage can have different forms. People can come in marriage and they walk out. They can walk in and walk out. People can come in for a given period of time and they can end it and they go out. As a matter of fact, there's what they call marriage as a contract, and there's marriage as a covenant, and the other different types. But dear friends, I want to share with us about marriage is a covenant. When you hear about that word, I don't know what comes to you. One, the two have come together to consent for a lifelong commitment. Actually, it is until death do us apart. That's what makes life as a covenant different. That for this marriage as a covenant, it is until death do us apart. We are here to stay together till death do us apart. We are here for unconditionally live together, unconditionally live this marriage and serve God, unconditionally serve each other without expectation of rights and my rights and his rights, her rights. This marriage, what sets it apart is that there are no rights issues. It is about making this relationship until death do us apart. Till death do us apart. So I want to speak to you, dear friends, this marriage that we have come in, especially our zero on this church marriage, this marriage that we bring at the altar before God and we commit it to God. I want to tell you, marriage is until death do us apart. It's a lifelong commitment to each other. A lifelong commitment to each other. Yes, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12 says, that a cord of three cannot be broken. We are married and God is in our midst, so it is a cord of three. We are the three in this marriage. We are not just two, but we are the three in this marriage. We have come together to consent about this marriage, to consent and live together and serve each other. But God is at the center of everything. It's at the center of everything. So marriage is a covenant. So many people have preached about this message. I love one of them that I must mention, sure, that inspired me. Is called Dr. Evans. You'll find Dr. Evans on YouTube. He's everywhere, and he shares so much extensive, maybe more than I can never do. And so many other preachers, who have shared about marriage as a covenant. And so I want my audience also, you need to hear this message and know that marriage is a covenant. It is a lifelong commitment to each other with God in our midst without any conditions. Without any condition. It's unconditional love. It's unconditional love that we have offered to each other, dear friends. I want to challenge you. Our marriages have gone so bad, have had issues, dear friends, just because we have put their terms and conditions. We've put their terms and conditions. We come in with a lot of my rights, my rights, my rights, my rights. In a marriage that is a covenant relationship, you will not find there my rights, my rights. No, we are just here. We are all here to serve each other unconditionally. Unconditionally. Unconditional. And when I was preparing this message, let me share this one from the beginning. I remembered the kind of life we live in today. We have a lot of health complications that have attacked the human race now, and on an increase. On an increase. You have things like diabetes, you have things like cancer, you have things like hypertension, you have things like ulcers, you have things like maybe there can be some other lameness, there can be some other issues that we have had, dear friends. And all these, dear friends, when they come, they devastate your marriage relationship. So the kind of marriage we are in is that even when such a condition comes in our marriage, shall you be there for your spouse till the end? Your spouse needs that confidence, needs to have that trust that even when these conditions attack our marriage, because we never invite them, we never invite them. We never call them in. Never called them in. Cancer has become cancer. Hypertension has become another challenge, dear friends. You know, all these things, diabetes has become another challenge. We cannot easily tell how they come. How they come. Kidney failure, kidney issues, have to make kidney transplant. These issues have come and they are here to stay with us. But dear friends, I want to challenge you that your spouse needs to be sure that even when such a conditions happen, we are able to be stuck there, we are able to stand with them till the end of the day. Till the end of the day. I'll be sharing maybe a lot of illustrations in this message to demonstrate that marriage is a permanent commitment. It's about till death do us apart. We are standing up to our vows, dear friends, in pain, in richness, and in poor. When in poor or when we are rich, we will be there together. In sickness and in health, we are there together. Marriage as a covenant is all about that, demonstrating those vows, demonstrating that, we have made this covenant before God. We have agreed before God and we have committed to each other. We have no plan B. We have no plan B, dear friends. Marriages have had challenges, we have had issues because people come with a plan B. Anything tomorrow that hits you, anything that hits your marriage relationship, you're thinking of plan B, you're thinking of walking out, you're thinking of, hurting your friend, you're thinking of causing harm to your friend, you're thinking of, I cannot stay here. I should not be in marriage in pain. I should not be suffering in pain. Marriage should not be a place of pain. No, let me tell you, sometimes pain will come. Sometimes suffering will come. They will come. But you need to commit your life, to commit yourself to this marriage covenant. This marriage covenant, dear friends. Myself, the way we have done things, going to be different. This is not a routine. People have different options. Like whenever we have 3 children and we've been in hospital several times more than for the 3 children, but each time we are going to deliver, in the hospital, I am always there with my wife alone. For some reason, we are always two. Some people may join us later, may come to be with us later. But I want to tell you, we have always gone there, the two of us, and I've seen her, go to deliver. And she comes back, and the baby is brought to us. And, I nurse her. We walk this journey together, dear friends. Marriage as a covenant is also about such a thing. Calling your mother to come and attend to you is no harm at all. Calling your friend to come and attend you, dear wife, is no harm at all when you are giving birth. But I want to tell you, that those are things that demonstrate that marriage is a covenant. As long as it is for peace, as long as, your husband is there, it's for peace, it is okay, dear friends. But there are certain things that must happen in your marriage to demonstrate that, we are here to stay, we are here together for long. Just because your spouse, maybe your wife, is not able to meet your sexual demands all the time, at times we can really have a lot of sexual demands that are so high. Remember, the wife has a cycle to manage, and outside the cycle, there are also mood issues. There are also, she has a lot of networking mind that concentrates on a lot of things that sometimes they disturb her, and she's not able to meet your sexual needs. I want to tell you, dear friends, it is not enough for you to give up on your wife. If you are most of our communities, especially where I live, issues of infection is there. They are disturbing her. She's not able to meet your sexual needs. Dear friends, I want to challenge you that marriage is still a covenant. A covenant. Maybe she's sick and so dry. Everywhere she's dry and she's not able to meet your needs. I want to tell you, marriage is a covenant. Your husband may be the man that you married when he was a faithful, when he was a believer, but for some time now, so much you reserved in matters of confession, matters of accountability, matters of transparency. You're not moving, you're not performing, and you're like, what happened to my husband? But dear friends, I want to challenge you that marriage is a covenant. He may not be open to you now. He may not be transparent now. He may be having issues now. The communication may not be coming out very well. You know, men have issues with communication for some reason. I don't know. We're discussing it at some meeting recently. Men have issues with communication. They want to communicate a complete product. They want to communicate with something they have thought about very fully and have gone through, and it is a complete thing now to communicate. They don't want to communicate something that you ask them and they will be stuck with answers. Yet the wife wants to be involved right from the inception, right from the start, and walk together this journey as a husband and wife up to the end of the design of this product, up to the end of the design of this whole project. But the husband, for some reason, he wants to communicate headlines of a complete product, of a complete deal, of a complete process. So men are men of headlines. They want to communicate big things. A lot of things they are not communicating to their wife because they feel like it's too small to communicate. That she need to know about all this. That she need to know about all this detail. No, it's about me. So men process a lot of things within themselves, and they want to communicate something so complete. But we wives, they want to get something in detail right from the inception of the idea up to the end. And men, why they want partner, why they want to communicate something complete, they don't want to be asked about this and this. Why do you consider this? Did you consider? Did you look at this side? Did you consider this side? Did you look at the other side? Did you look at this side? I want to insist on that, dear friends. The time when we say that I do, it means we have sealed it. It means we have stamped it. It means we have confirmed it. That I do is a commitment for life, dear friends. There's no plan B. There's no looking back. There's no thinking like, I wish I married so and so. You know, there are issues of my ex. My ex has become my ex in our relationships these days. But dear friends, we can no longer think about my ex. We can no longer think about my former relationship. We can no longer, it has no influence. Should not have any effect on our marriage. We should be committed to each other where we are. Dear friends, whether maybe some things are not flowing, maybe your spouse has a lot of negative things, a lot of weaknesses, a lot of challenges they are going through. You know, you expect this person to be communicating well, this person to be so loving, but maybe they are so reserved, they are so much taken up by the world. But I want to challenge you, dear friends, it is a lifelong commitment to each other. It's a lifelong commitment to each other, dear friends. Yeah, there's some couples that have decided certain things that really you need to prove that you're not being permanent commitment. What does it mean, dear friends? What does it mean? Maybe you realize that one of these days, I love there are some couples who always travel together to the village as much as they can. Whenever you meet their car, most times they will be both of them there, the husband and the wife. Whenever you see their car, they are likely to be together. Whenever you see one at church, they are likely to be together. Whenever you meet them at the function, they are likely to be together. They have committed to each other. You know, so you need to make certain things personal. You need to commit to certain actions that are seen, actionable moves. You know, like praying together all the time is something that you have chosen. When someone sees the husband and the wife must be very close or they are together. You know, when someone meets your car, you are together, dear friends, there. On a function, you purpose to go there together. Some of you pray with these things and they look so minor. They look so not measurable. They look so insignificant. But I want to tell you, your friends, they hold the substance. They hold the substance, dear friends. Yes. You go to a job, you change a job, and your spouse comes to know far later. You're going into a business deal, and your spouse is communicated to do later. Actually, your spouse picks information from the relatives and the neighbors that you even acquired some asset. Maybe you bought some land. Maybe you paid out somewhere. The way you manage your loans, your credit, dear friends, your spouse is not in. I want to tell you, dear friends, all of these you need to work on them to make sure marriage as a covenant makes sense. Makes sense. Not just saying it in words, not just sleeping together in the bed, but dear friends, some actionable moves must be taken, must be done for you to make sure it is a covenant between the two of you. Yes, the covenant. The way you agree about your children's schools, where do we take our children for schools? The way you agree to meet your financial obligations, the way you agree to acquire your assets, the way you agree, to relate with your relatives and your friends, dear friends, you need to demonstrate that marriage is a covenant. Marriage is a covenant. You have your friends that you don't want your spouse to know about. Your phone has passwords. You don't want your spouse to access it and know whatever is happening there. Your computer gadgets, they are personal. You don't want your spouse to access them and to know what is happening there. And you want to claim that you are in a marriage as a covenant, dear friends. Marriage as a covenant also means transparency. It means openness to each other. It means openness to each other. We no longer have anything to hide from each other. We vowed that we are now one. We are no longer two. Your body is his body. Your body is her body. Paul writes the Corinthians chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and he says that, dear wives, your body is no longer your body. You no longer have the right on your body. Says, dear husband, your body is no longer your body. Your body belongs to your wife. Dear wife, your body belongs to your husband. Don't deny each other. Don't exclude each other. This marriage, dear friends, is exclusive. We are committed in it till death do us apart. I don't know how many times I should mention this, dear friends. You know, the way we do life. The way we do life, we have nothing to hide from each other, dear friends. And that is marriage being a covenant, what it means. So I want to challenge you. In whatever you do, dear friends, remember, marriage is a covenant. The two of us should be one. It should be demonstrated, my friend, not just in words, not just on paper, but it should be demonstrated that two of us are one. When you go to marriage fellowship or you go to some fellowship, you go together. Some investment clubs, you are together. Some other clubs, social clubs, you are there together. Maybe does it mean you even have to go to the golf club together? If possible, please do. Are you doing physical exercises along your road? Are you jogging somewhere? If it is possible to go together, go together. Like it must be demonstrated in all ways that marriage is a covenant and it is a lifelong commitment to each other, dear friends. Lifelong commitment to each other. Have you had some marriages that, when you want to eat outside, that food can never taste as much as the one you have at home? At home, it is everything for you. So I want to challenge you. Marriage is a covenant. Just remember that, dear friends. We have no plan B. We have nothing to think about again. We have committed ourselves to each other, and we are here to stay. We are here to stay, dear friends. May the good Lord bless you so much. Have a nice time. Be blessed. Have it nice. Remember, marriage is a covenant and it must be demonstrated in actions, not just on paper, not just in words. It must have action to demonstrate that actually it is a covenant. Till death do us apart. Bye bye. Nice time, dear friends.